Hello everyone, welcome to Raptor Productions, where today we're going to be reviewing Neca's King Kong, the eighth wonder of the world. So yeah, um, kind of late to the game on this one, but yeah, remember that. Kind of late to the game on this figure. I've been meaning to get it for a while, but I only just got it during Christmas, so yeah, that's why you're reviewing it now. So yeah, um, taking a look at the box, you can see here it says King Kong. A nice promo image of the figure itself, King Kong, Neca, and then another image of the figure. And then, of course, the other side, same spiel, another image of the figure. Top just says King Kong. Warning, he's 14 and up. That is actually me. And then Neca. And then on the back, just more promo images of figure, King Kong. That says includes interchangeable head and hands. And then on the bottom, you got a credit to some of the people behind it. Let's see. And then Neca, and then here's the barcode. So if you go to your local Target, Walmart, maybe you can find it. Oh, and then on the inside of the box, you get another nice promo image of the figure, and then a window of which the figure would be concealed in. But, of course, the figure is not in there because I've got it right here. Yeah, that is the box. Very nice box. I suppose I should preface that this particular figure isn't meant to be from any specific film. This is just NECA's take on the character, the beloved classic character. So that's what they said, something along those lines. Um, Even though this is clearly 1933 King Kong. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of a mixture of a few Kongs, but yeah. So here is Kong, just sort of in a basic pose. Yeah, so this figure is really nice. This is the best King Kong figure that I own. Um, I mean, I suppose I only own like three. I own the Playmates. Actually, the only two other Kongs I own are from Playmates. I own the Godzilla vs. Kong. I own the Kong with the Battle Axe, which is a pretty good figure, um, which I have reviewed on the channel. And then I also got the big 12-inch Kong from 2017, also by Playmates, which is it's okay. You know, it's pretty good. But nowhere is nearly as good as this. So yeah, paint, I guess. Um, I mean, yeah, there's quite a bit to go off of. Okay, so for paint, we got you can see on the on this head, you can see the eyes are painted nicely. They're kind of googly. You know, he's kind of going cross-eyed a little bit, but it's fine. There's like this weird like you can't see it on camera, but there's like this weird like red tint to his eyes. It kind of looks like he's on drugs or something, or he's drunk from red berry juice, or whatever that was. In King Kong vs Godzilla, but yeah, so, you know, he kind of looks like a meth addict uh, with this head. Of course, this is King Kong from 1933. Like that's a 33 head right there. Like you cannot say that that isn't King Kong from 33. But yeah, you can see there's some like he's got some wounds on his face. You can't really see on camera. There are a couple like little scratches on him, So it got red paint on him, which is nice. You can see they painted all of his teeth, like all the way back in his mouth. And they painted his tongue and the top of his mouth. They painted everything in his mouth, which is very nice and it's very glossy in there. You can see majority of his body is this his fur is like a bunch of different shades of browns and sort of yellows in places. You can see like it's very nice looking. Yeah. Yeah. Then his chest is painted in a sort of dark gray, kind of, and then you can really see the scarring on his chest. There's even like some red on his fur right here. You can kind of see it actually. Yeah, there's some red on his fur, but there's not like specific scars right there. There's just a little bit of blood on him. But yeah, for whatever reason, there's no other scars on him um, beyond his head and his chest. Like his hands are fine, his feet are okay. Like pretty much the entire rest of his body is there's no wounds on him. It's just his chest and his head for whatever reason. But yeah, obviously the scarring is taking homage to Peter Jackson's King Kong from 2005. Of course, you got the head of 1933 Kong, and then here's the other head, which is a lot more MonsterVerse looking Kong. But it still fits with the other head. But the body is kind of reminiscent of Legendary Kong, or MonsterVerse Kong, whatever you want to say. I feel like it's more 33 Kong, though. But, I don't know. But yeah. Um, yeah. So, yeah, you can, of course, remove his head, and then put on the other head, like so. Just put it on there. And yeah, you can see this other head is similar. You can see it looks a lot like how Kong looked in in that little 2 second little tease of Godzilla vs Kong at CCXP that everybody freaked out over. But yeah, you can see his eyes are very cross-eyed. Well, you can't really see it because lighting here, but yeah. You can see his mouth and teeth are all painted and everything like that. Everything's painted, and yeah, you can. And the scars are still present on this face in the same spots, so it's definitely meant to be the same face. But yeah, kind of sucks that there isn't like just a closed mouth. Um, yeah, I'm very intrigued. If I would assume that NECA's probably gonna re-release this in like a black and white version. And he's gonna come with a closed mouth. I wouldn't doubt that, like an ultimate version. Well, I know this is technically an ultimate figure, anyways, because it's got accessories, but I don't know. But yeah. So yeah. Details, I guess, kind of falls in the same category as paint, I suppose. You can see very nice fur detailing all on him. Let's see. On his other hands, which are sort of like just open hands, you can see there's some really nice detailing on them. You can see fur, but then you got like his palm here is super detailed. That's really good looking. But really just everything on this figure is very well detailed. Again, very 33 looking. I'll pop the other head back on here. But yeah, it is very easy to interchange the heads. But yeah, you can see the detail is nice on both heads. I prefer to display with this head because it's more dynamic, it's more actiony than this head. But yeah, Detailing, again, very nice. Lovely fur detailing and everything like that, and the legs. Everything on this figure is very nice. You can see very good muscle definition. Um, but yeah. So you already saw how I interchanged the heads, like so. You just pop it off, and then there's of course, a ball joint here, and then you can pop it on. Simple as that. The hands, however, he comes with two uh, closed hands, but you can remove those. It's a little bit more difficult removing the hands than it is removing the heads. But yeah, same thing. You just kind of pop them in there. Yeah. Yeah. And they make a nice popping sound, which is nice. But yeah, so now he's got open hands. Like, you don't be grabbing Godzilla or T-Rex or whatever you want him to. That's cool. Or maybe perhaps holding Miss Andero. Really hope if Neca does decide to make like an ultimate edition of this figure, really hope that they give us an Andero or a nameless blonde Madame. That would be nice. um, but yeah, uh, yeah. You can also see, I forgot to mention this in detailing. There are little holes in his feet for display base. Um, so if you have him in a really dynamic pose, like he's running or something, you can plug him into a display base. Not included, which kind of sucks, but if you wanted to, you can do that. He stands well on his own. Of course, I can't really show you. I mean, maybe. Yeah, you can see stands pretty well. Yeah, good. So, articulation. It's for the interchangeable hands and head. It's the same articulation. It's just they're different looking. So head can look up pretty far. Can't look down very far because the chest and everything like that and the chin. But yeah, head can look up very far. Can go look side to side. Very nice as well. And then of course go all the way around so you can have Exorcist Kong, which is always nice. But yeah, it is on a ball joint, so you can get it in some very nice poses. The shoulders can go up pretty far, so you can get them T-posing. And then, of course, spin, 360. The biceps can also swivel. Bicep swivel. Then you've got double jointed elbow, which is nice. So, if you wanted to, you can have him beating his chest, which is nice. So yeah, you can really get him beating his chest. But yeah, and of course both joints swivel as well, so you can get even more dynamic with it. But yeah, and then the hands, of course, both hands can swivel all the way around, and then go inwards. See, and then outwards. It's kind of hindered by the sculpt, but yeah, you can kind of see that. So, yeah, there's that. Which is nice. You have his torso, I suppose. Abdomen. There we go. Which can swivel all the way around, which is very nice, and then go down pretty far, and then up pretty far, so you can really get him looking back. And then, of course, side to side. It's nice. So, yeah. Then for his legs, move the arms up. For his legs, they are ratchets. They are ratcheted, so they're not going to get loose over time. You can kind of hear it there. They can go out about that far, and then up about that far, and then back about that far. You can go pretty far back. And this, everything around the legs are rubbery. You can see it's very rubbery. There you go. Yeah, you can see it's very, very rubbery, very real rubber. But yeah, and then they can also swivel at the leg as well, which is nice. So yeah. Knee joints, again, double jointed knees, so you can go really far back, and swivels at the knee as well. Then the feet can go, ooh, scary, go about that far down, and about that far up. It's not very far up, and then, of course, get a nice swivel, pivot, whatever it is, at the ankle as well. So, yeah. So, if you wanted to, like, this is how I pose it, how I pose my Kong. I got him with Godzilla. Then, you can get him about to punch him. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's nice. Always nice. But, yeah, articulation on this figure is really good. Definitely one of the better NECA figures that I own. This is such a step up from NECA's Godzilla from 1954. Like, jeez. Yeah, this might very well be the best NECA figure that I mean, I got the 12-inch tall Godzilla 2014, but, even then, like, this is, I think, probably better detailed than that figure, even. And I love that figure, but, yeah. So, yeah, I suppose we should get into scale now. So, the problem that a lot of people seem to have with this figure is that it doesn't really scale well with any Godzillas or anything like that. Because, traditionally, Kong is a little bit smaller than Godzilla. But, it's fine. Here he is next to the SH Monster Arts Godzilla from 1954. Yeah, you can see he's very small. He's very big, very tall compared next to 54 here. But then, here he is next to this is the Godzilla that I pose him with. The NECA Godzilla Tokyo SOS Hyper Maser Blast Godzilla, I think it is. I don't know. Yeah, here he is next to him. And this is pretty good. Again, Godzilla's a little bit too small. But, it's not meant to be a specific King Kong. And, there's never really a scale. It's very middle, it's very gray, as far as, like, scaling goes between all these figures and stuff. I feel like these two fit very well together. I feel. And obviously this is the special Target exclusive. It's got electricity going through them, but I got like this little electricity, like a little thing. I think it's from a Power Rangers toy. But yeah, I wrap it around his fist right here, and I sort of fake the sort of like Electro Kong from King Kong vs. Godzilla. So kind of what I do, and then that's how I pose them. But yeah, again, Kong is a little bit too big for all these Godzillas, but yeah, it's fine. It's not meant to be a specific Kong, anyways. It's fine if he's a little bit taller. It's not even that much taller. It's not even that bad. But yeah. So that's pretty much gonna do it. So that is NECA's King Kong. Really hope that NECA gets the Godzilla license back, obviously. Um, I am really bummed out that they aren't able to do Godzilla vs. Kong figures, or just Godzilla figures in general. Really glad that they gave us this at the very least. They gave us a King Kong. And again, it's very 1933 King Kong, especially with this head. But yeah, um, yeah, NECA's did a very good job with this figure. But yeah, um, so that's pretty much gonna do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, other stuff. Um, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this guy. Do you own him? Do you want to own him? What are your thoughts on him? If you do, I don't know. Comment whatever you want. It's your comment section. But yeah, thank you guys. That's not my outro. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you. I'll see you guys next time. There we go. Bye. Yeah.